Hey guys, it's me Jim here at A New Day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. Today is March 27th, Saturday, March 27th, and I'm 23 days sober, so just over 3 weeks, and things are good. Things are not bad. In my addiction, I caused a lot of damage, right? Emotional, financial, relationships, a lot of damage, right? For my life, for my own life, and for those around me. For a long time, I thought that my addiction only affected me, that I couldn't grasp, like I'm only hurting myself, right? And I never quite grasped that it affected everyone, especially those I was close with, right? So now I sit here in treatment, and I'm in contact with my kids every day, and I'm in contact with their mother. And at first, when she moved out, there was some hope that we would get back together, and she gave me a timeline, things like this. And because I left treatment in January and screwed everything up and relapsed, and I don't know what's gonna happen with that, right? And so I sit here, I'm lonely, and I get bored, and I worry about getting back with her and stuff, and sometimes she can be quite I don't know, she can be a little hostile with that subject, and what I've learned is that I'm producing this own false hope, and that's causing me a little more pain, right? So it's something I need to just kind of forget and let go. Just start preparing myself for a new life, right? I was with her for 12 years, so it's not easy, right? But it's little things, like just like the last few days we've been talking, and my son's been sick, so we were kind of getting along, and I guess again I was taking that the wrong way, thinking maybe this means something for her and I, and when really it's all about my son, right? Today when I talked to her, she just mentioned about when COVID's over, she needs to go and take a couple day vacation to recharge, and so to show some interest, I guess for selfish reasons, I asked, well, do you have plans? Are you going by yourself or with someone? She kind of shoots back with, that's none of my business, and I know that, but I wasn't expecting such a hostile answer. But it hurt, right? It hurt, and that's fine. I mean, to the pain I've put her through and other people through, it's my turn to feel a little bit of pain, right? I'm not putting drugs or alcohol in my system, and so the pain's okay. Just since yesterday, I kind of come to this realization that when I do start to feel lonely, I should express some gratitude. That sounds weird, right? But I should be thankful for the loneliness, because through the loneliness, through accepting it, feeling it, living it, I'm going to, I think that's where the growth is going to come from. Like Wes Watson says, growth only comes through adversity, through the challenges, and through through getting through those challenges. I also come to realize that, like, when I put this false hope in my head, or these plans to get back together with her, I'm stepping in the way of my own future. I'm trying to control the future, which I can't control anything other than myself and my actions, right? Everything else is in God's hands, and it should be. So by getting in the way, I'm preventing God's plan from happening, or I'm prolonging it. I'm thinking I know better, when really, I have no idea what God might have in store for me, right? And I'm sure His plan for me is far better than anything I could even imagine for myself. That's where I'm at today. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I wanted to share that and just kind of get it out. Express some gratitude for my loneliness. Unreal, eh? But that's just where I'm at. I got a couple minutes. Let's see if I can do this quick. I got to get to a group at 2 p.m. here, and it's probably like 5:02. So what did I say? March 27? From A New Day. To understand oneself is the classic form of consolation. To elude oneself is the romantic. George Santayana. A friend of mine decided to buy a motorhome and take an extended vacation across the United States. He made sure his home on wheels was equipped with every convenience, from a microwave oven to a VCR. My friend spent weeks planning an itinerary and learning everything he could about his various destinations. He was filled with enthusiasm and seemed more excited and optimistic about his life than he had in years. Apart from a few postcards, I didn't hear from him for 6 months. When he finally returned from his trip, I was anxious to hear all about it. When I asked him how it had gone, he hesitated for a long time. To be honest, he said ruefully, it wasn't that great. My friend went on to explain that he took the trip with the hope, keyword, that his life would change for the better if he got away from his job, his community, and usual routines. 10,000 miles and a considerable amount of money later, he had learned that he couldn't escape or solve his problems by simply taking a geographic. It was an expensive lesson, he admitted, but I'm glad I learned once and for all that wherever you go, you take yourself with you. Thought for today, taking a geographic won't solve your problems. In recovery, in AA and treatment centers, they talk about a geographical cure, right? So by me just moving away from London into Toronto, had I just made the move without going into treatment, that's not enough to take away my problems. I got to work on me and solve those things and emotional, especially the emotional issues I have. Take care of those. That's going to help me solve my addiction problems. From Daily Reflections, AA's freedoms. We trust that we already know what our several freedoms truly are, that no future generation of AAs will ever feel compelled to limit them. Our AA freedoms create the soil in which genuine love can grow. The Language of the Heart, page 303. I craved freedom first, freedom to drink, later, freedom from drink. The AA program of recovery rests on a foundation of free choice. There are no mandates, laws, or commandments. AA's spiritual program, as outlined in the 12 steps, and by which I am offered even greater freedoms, is only suggested. I can take it or leave it. Sponsorship is offered, not forced, and I come and go as I will. It is these and other freedoms that allow me to recapture the dignity that was crushed by the burden of drink and drug, and which is so dearly needed to support an enduring sobriety. Right? Because I'm one of these people, you can't tell me nothing, right? If I'm told to do something, I resist. I don't like being told to do anything, as I'm sure most people don't. But I can take suggestions, and almost always, if asked, I am willing to do something for another, because I have that choice, right? Tell me to do something, and I'll fight it tooth and nail. Ask me to do something, and I'd be glad to help you. Now, there's probably some work to do there too. I don't need to be so resistant and so hard-headed, but I need to become more willing and more open-minded. And I'm trying to get honest with myself each day. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I love you all and have a blessed day. Bye.